Too much of the past erased from my life. Too many worlds collide here at these front lines. The ebb and flow of magic floods the world, a parasite against the path of time. Every night brings your memory relentlessly, keeping me awake. No going back to my life now that my mind is made. This captured soul inside, striving for a life of her own, within a safe place, afraid to stand at his cold grave. Another drop of blood sacrifices, conclusions decided by fate, the untold curse. It ran its course. Gone are those who gave me a reason. Let her come, the rose in me waiting to be found. Dreams brought to life for my stage become their truest selves when they ignore my call. My end begins. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry. This scene is shortly after, like, it's the same day, but it's shortly after the conversation with the Cord. It's not like within minutes, but you know, it's not that long after. Alice is back in control. Sword's basically just asked what she plans on doing, and Alice is like, oh well, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to check my comms again. I don't know. I can't let you go back. Is it because of Luca? Because you don't want to fight him? Partially. It's also the fact that it's dangerous being on the other side. We have something good here. We have a second chance. They're willing to take us back. If we leave again, we might not have that chance. Tristan is in trouble. It's our fault. It's my fault, because I decided to make it look like I was dead for my own safety, not even thinking of how he would react when he found out. Well, he didn't have to kill 5 people. As if you wouldn't. If you found out that someone killed Luca, you would blow your shit. You'd probably kill anyone you thought was involved. Yeah, anyone I thought was involved. He killed people on their side. Our side. Sword. Your side. What about our deal? Huh? Our deal was, you let me go save Tristan, and then I find a way to separate us. You also promised you wouldn't hurt Luca or Eka. And you swore that we would come back. You don't plan on coming back. I don't plan on it. That doesn't mean you don't have to. You betraying the heroes ruins any chance I have of coming back to them. And when you think about it, he's not safe there anymore. You might have to bring him back to the heroes if he wants to survive. Fine. Fine. You're right. I give. You're right. But how do I know that they're not gonna overreact and think he's a spy or think that he's still the enemy when I bring him here? You don't. You have to show them that. The same way that you showed them that we're not the enemy, even though we displayed ourselves very clearly to be. It's gonna be harder considering he's never been on this side and they're clearly biased towards people who are. Or were. Difficult? Yes. Impossible? No. And that's not even the biggest problem. What do you think we should do about the whole memory thing? You mean Marlin asking you if you want your memories of your childhood back? Personally, they're part of you, and it's as you said, they could be useful. There could be spells in your memory that might have been saved from the resurrection. You might be able to learn some important spells. I mean, your younger self told you about the healing spell. You might know about some others. Yeah, but what if... What if getting those memories back triggers something? Like, I don't know, like, maybe I actually start to give a fuck. I don't want to give a fuck. I mean, he's just... He brought me here, he knew Eric was gonna die. He knew that I was gonna watch Eric die, and he still let it happen. He knew all of this was gonna happen, and he just kind of... probably, pushed things to go this way, because he could have changed it, and he didn't. He's also seen plenty of timelines where it didn't go this way, and we failed. This might have been the only way for this to work. You know, I'm right. There's more to lose through not getting your memories back compared to getting them back. You just wondering, or?
Yeah, I couldn't find anybody else. Probably woke up too early, as per usual.
Maybe. But no, people seem to like to sleep in, I guess.
Kind of find it funny that, brought here for training and rejuvenation and nobody's really waking up for training, but oh well, sure they're on.
Well, they got the rejuvenation part of it, I guess.
True. Still doing that myself, but takes time.
Did you do something with your hair?
My hair.
Hmm.
What the heck?
I'll assume you didn't know that it looked like that.
No.
It's nice for someone else to have that kind of reaction to their own appearance.
Maybe that's what my master was talking about.
That sounds pretty kinky.
It's too much of your key. It's more about like key training, but he's like 700 years old. I don't. Oh God.
Yeah, and Luca, I have to get used to the new name. Luca is 141 and Sword is 19.
I thought Luca was in his 20s.
No, he's not. He's 141.
Huh.
Yeah.
I swear I gotta get used to it.
Maybe 142 if he's had a
So many
birthday, but I
inches.
don't know. I should really ask him his birthday at
I
some
would
point.
know.
Eh.
Great. I'm gonna look in the mirror and figure out how to change this.
Diet?
And guess what happens when. I mean, I haven't really done anything different other than using my key that entire. I might have used too much.
So you use a key and it changes your appearance?
Oh, and key isn't life energy. That's how I paralyze people. Is I use my life energy to paralyze. I think I used probably like 60 or 70% maybe.
Huh.
No wonder I was so tired.
Is life energy the same thing as like stamina, or is it like magic stuff?
It's slightly different. I don't use mana, I don't use magic per se. It's an assassin's technique.
Ah.
And I guess I used too much. Oh well, I better get used to it.
Is it like a permanent thing, or?
I'm not sure, this hasn't happened before. Usually I wouldn't use that much. Huh. Oh. New hair color it is.
I know how that feels.
I distinctly remember seeing you had like purple bluish.
Mm. It went from brown to light blue to brown to dark blue, and now it's this. Also not my doing. Woke up like this.
I mean, same, but
That's why I said it's cool for someone else to have that reaction instead of me for once.
wonder if Accord had the same reaction. He used like 99% of his key the last time I saw him.
He seemed pretty okay when I saw him. You know, besides calling me a
Hmm,
fantasy Nazi about 70 times.
that's a chord.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't understand what he means by feet and inches.
You, you don't understand measurements?
Like, I understand measurements, but the way he was explaining it,
Like,
he was saying, like, there's, like, centimeters to meters, and then there's also feet and inches.
yes, the
But what makes
measurements.
a foot?
It's 12 inches. 12 inches is a foot.
I mean, if he explained that, that'd be great. But yeah, it's just either. Oh no, it was Slash I was talking to. I always get confused who I'm talking to when it's a chord. It's hard to tell unless I look him in the eye, but he's a bit tall.
Look him in the eyes and no highest. Sorry.
The coffee beans are strong this morning. And I haven't even had mine yet. Ooh.
Oh gosh.
What a world we're in. Oh,
Oh
my
yeah.
goodness. When this is all over, I am so getting a vacation.
Might as well go for one now. You might not make it out.
Oh, don't remind me. Barely made it out the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, new nightmare was that huge.
I did not. I'll be honest. He came out of the ground and I was like, holy shit, is that one of ours? I didn't even know it was him until after the fight. Yeah,
Oh, I thought he was like a general or something.
I mean, last time I saw him, I saw one of his clones, and he was like maybe yay big. And he had white hair and like these cool clothes, and he just looked like a cool dude. Just a dude, not a thing.
Huge monster thing that I definitely don't think I'll be able to climb up that quicker.
Yeah, no.
I'll probably get up to his knee before he realizes I'm on him.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to face him again.
I don't think anybody does.
Gonna have to though.
I do. I was like, I'm kind of almost on the same side of Kane as this one is. Like, what if he's just misunderstood?
Kane thinks Nightmare is misunderstood?
I'm probably using the wrong terms, but he doesn't want to fight him. He'd rather negotiate. That's what I heard him say when he was trying to talk sense into the thing.
Really?
I was trying to get. I forget her name. The Accord's succubus. I was trying to get her off the battlefield, and that's exactly what I heard him say. Literally said, I don't want to fight you.
I mean, who does want to fight him, though? It might not be a thing of being misunderstood. It might just be a thing of, I don't want to fight you because I know I'm going to lose.
That too. I mean, I'm sure everybody's scared shitless. Excuse my French.
Wasn't French, but yeah.
Figure of speech. Come from an area where swearing is not exactly the accepted.
I come from a family where swearing is not exactly accepted, but I don't really give a shit anymore.
At this point, I'd just say fuck it because
We're all gonna die anyway, might as well just swear the fuck.
were brought here barely alive.
Mm-hmm. Hey, fun fact, you know this whole place was made by Marlin?
You did say that.
Yep.
That does explain why there's no merchants or anything.
Yep. It also explains why there's no wildlife. You beat me to it. Never mind.
Oh. Well, sooner we can get out of here, the better, I think.
Mm.
Want to get the training over and done with and just get back to what we were doing and survive.
Well, the surviving part kind of relies on this portion of everything, so.
Yeah, even with the cavalry we had, they were all dead. Like, we're a little out of our element here.
Yeah. Been like that for a very long time.
Gosh, where have I been?
Living a life.
What happens when
Somewhere.
you take on monster? Monster hunting work? Darkness included. Even then, Nightmare's not even... He's just pissing off the darkness, which makes this harder.
Well, not really. Not really pissing off the darkness. From what I can tell, I don't even think I've even interacted with it yet. Aside from maybe cutting it down when they get in its path or whatever. Same thing we do, but you do, basically.
Hmm. That's new.
Hmm.
Either way, both parties are not great at the moment.
It's pretty much just picking the one of two terrible sides. You know, picking the best out of the worst. There's a phrase for it, I can't remember it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean.
Took a minute, but I got it.
Yeah. Picking the better out of two shit things.
In a way, the other day, I saw you and Kane go off and have a conversation.
Yeah?
Something happened between you two? Everything good? You don't have to tell me.
Well, now I want to know what you're suspecting. You clearly suspect something happened if you questioned it.
I mean, fought alongside the guy for a little bit now. I don't know, he looked at you a bit differently, and if there is something between you two, I'm happy about it. The guy's just been through a lot.
I mean, yeah. Well, go back to the looked at me different. What do you mean?
Like, okay, so he may look at you the same way as he looks at everybody else, but there's something else there. Like, he almost looks happier. Even if it's slight. I'm trained in looking at different situations, and he seems a lot happier than he was when you weren't around.
Mm. Mm. You know he's
So
planning on
something did
leaving.
happen. What?
Not now. But he said once things calm down, he's planning on heading to one of the other continents.
Yeah. For some reason I kind of expected that of him, but I was more expecting that he wouldn't want to go home. Back to where he was summoned from.
If you know that something's not gonna work out, is there even a point in trying?
I mean, I'm not very experienced in that department, but I'm a firm believer in basically making the moment last as long as possible. Everything comes to an end eventually, but you just enjoy what you have.
Even though it's gonna hurt when it ends?
Even if it hurts like hell when it ends. Of course, he may change his mind, you don't know.
I don't know, he seems pretty stubborn.
I was thinking determined, but stubborn could be a good way to put it.
Nah, he's stubborn. Definitely stubborn.
It's just when someone's that driven, from what I've seen him fighting when Noelle left, they pretty much see what they can, like they see their determination through. If you want to call that stubbornness, but it's a tough one to gauge. I don't know him that well. Like I have any. The only reason I got to know everybody so quickly is because we were dragged off to some other world that I was definitely not expecting.
It was really bad timing too. You literally showed up like a day or two after I did. I thought you were following me at first.
I was just in that forest, and what's her name? Cecilia? Noelle's mother was injured. Thought I'd bring her back.
And then you got roped along in all this.
I came on my own accord. Realized what I just said there. That was before Accord joined, before we got Accord. Why is his name Accord? Like,
It's because the souls he comes to, take on, he makes an accord with.
oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally.
Please tell me that's not his real name.
It's not.
Okay. Because I was about to say, if his parents named him Accord, what kind of accord did they make? I mean,
I can't comment. I literally named Sword.
Kind of a cool nickname.
Sword.
I mean, sword and I carried Eric's corpse. That was fun. That guy's heavy. Well, was heavy.
Yeah.
She's funny, that one. You know, I still blame myself for that.
Why? It's not like you killed him.
I was standing right there when he did. I couldn't get to the guard in time. Got to him after, but I saw it happen and I knew. Either we rush him back and we hopefully get him back. That was just what I was hoping. But he just... When I met him, he seemed lost. Was he always like that?
I think he's been like that for a long time. Just, he used to kind of drown it in drinking. And then when he became like a corpse, he couldn't get drunk anymore, so.
Well, I'd assume so. I mean, I've been hearing all about the stories about his fan club and everything after everything happened.
Yeah, he was always a ladies' man. A lot of the girls' interests liked him too.
I mean, I can see the appeal, but
Yeah,
not one to fangirl.
I can't say anything. He literally has the same... had the same face and hair and eyes as my brother, so...
Like, identical?
Yes.
Like twins?
Eerily so. It's just like red eyes and hair instead of brown.
Goodness.
Yeah, so
Might have been a correlation between the worlds. I don't know much about the other worlds, but I did see a theory.
doppelgangers?
There could be someone that looks like me. Yeah, doppelgangers, that's the word.
Yeah. That's what I've always thought it was. I just thought it was just a doppelganger thing. Cause I don't know. I actually remember one time. I don't remember it fully, but I remember a vague conversation with some old teammates of ours. They were talking about how they'd met me before. Most of the conversation is really fuzzy, probably because it was talking about magic or something. A lot of my memories kind of get like that. But the fact that they knew me, and they said that they'd met me before when I hadn't seen them before being summoned. And they were talking about the fact that I knew this guy who I was like dating, and I was single, and I never dated a guy like that. Wherever they came from, they clearly met my doppelganger. So that was fun.
Goodness.
It's weird to think that there's other versions of us out there. Just going about their own lives. Maybe they know about us, maybe they don't.
I hope they don't.
What is that?
And if you knew my life, you would not want to know.
Try me.
So, okay, not many people know this. Kane knows because... I don't know, the guy has some sort of aura that I trust.
He does, right?
Thank you. Someone who understands. But I came from I'm from another continent, but I came from a very infamous assassin's clan that killed the innocent if they weren't paid, if their debts weren't paid. And I had to run away because I was the only daughter born of the chief. And that's very frowned upon because it's basically women do all the cooking, cleaning, having babies. Men do all the fighting and assassination work.
Ugh. So sexist fucking
Exactly.
thing. Yikes. Ugh, fucking gross.
Exactly. But my mother left. My father, ran away from the clan before she could have another child. So I was forced into learning the arts of what the men did. And it was brutal. And when I took my first life, I vowed I would never take an innocent life again and ran off. And I know to this day my father is still looking for me. That's why I usually go by my nickname so he can't track me down.
Smart move.
Because heck, he's missing an heir and he's getting old.
Mm-hmm. Quite a life. What are you gonna do if they
I learned
find
my
you?
key techniques. All I can really do is stand my ground, and the only life I'd be willing to end is my father's. But that's only if he finds me.
Mm.
Let's hope that never happens, because I don't want to see that man's face ever again.
You know, where I'm from, we call those daddy issues.
Cord said the same thing. Something about daddy issues.
I feel like Accord and me come from similar worlds. We seem to know
Most
a lot of
likely.
references from each other.
I was like, there was someone else I met along the road. Oh, he isn't around anymore, but I don't know where he went. The green cat boy
Oscar.
said the same thing as well. Yeah, that's his name. I just remember him from cat boy because I remember seeing ears everywhere.
Mm.
Barely knew him.
You know what happened to him?
I don't know. It's just suddenly he's not around. We were at a camp. I thought he went with Kane to the other world to find you. But
To find me. They were in the other world to find
Well-
Kane's sword.
that's what I meant.
Mm.
He did say something about Ellis, but he did want that sword back. I don't know why he's so attached to that thing.
Apparently it used to belong to someone, so sentimental value, I guess. Although risking his life like that doesn't justify it. Isn't justified by it. You should have seen him. I slapped him. I literally slapped him because of it. Cause I swear to God, he goes in there, full guns blazing, tries stealth but completely blows it. I literally saw him just sneaking, not even sneaking, he was just crawling beside a wall. I had to tell my teammate Origami, not to say anything, because I was like, this is not gonna end well. I'm not starting this. So we go the opposite way. And then we got an announcement on our comms, just telling us to go to the main city, where I go there, and they're all just fighting, and I'm like, oh my fucking God!
The fighting that made us lose the sword in the friggin' first place. We all had an agreement to stay stealthy in that friggin' city. And then Eric snapped. Started killing guards, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? If you kill the guards, we're gonna get arrested.
Well, I mean, he started killing the guards once we got once we were seen. So, I thinking back on it, I feel like we should have fought as well. I think we would have had a chance. I mean, Eric wouldn't have gotten kidnapped,
know.
and we wouldn't have had to have gone back, and then he wouldn't have died like that.
Doesn't help that there was no mana in that world either.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something about that guard general dude was just... That whole time, they didn't tie me up. But I didn't have any means of cutting ropes.
Wait. Do you remember what the god looked like? The general?
Kind of looked like he had a big plate for a hat. Black and gold coloring on his uniform.
Oh, God.
Looked like traditional, in a way.
I'm an idiot. He's the one...
But you knew the general...
saved his life. He was struggling to swim in the river after Vidar threw him in there. So I pulled him out, and then he recruited me to his division. And he was training me up, and... I couldn't even remember.
He's the guy that ordered... He's the guy that ordered Eric to be separated from everybody.
I keep helping the people who killed him. I don't even know why at this point. It's like I keep forgetting all of the bad reasons that I shouldn't fight for them. And then I remember them and I'm like, why am I still doing this?
Well, unfortunately, we can't bring him back. Best we can do is learn from our mistakes. You know, it was after that day that Kane basically declared we're not separating. No more going on our own.
And then I went on my own.
Of course, you can declare something, but you can't really bend free will. Trust me, I tried.
Oh yeah? How'd you try?
I tried to stop one of my assassin brethren from killing somebody. Offered them to run away with me. But he liked the idea. Because he would have been free. But I don't know, he just didn't take up the offer. I tried to use my assassin capabilities to manipulate him, but that ended badly. Let's just say, my father's not a very merciful person.
Sounds like you came from a real shitty place. No offense.
No, I know it's shitty. But that was years ago. I left when I was 18, 19. Trained up until I left the continent when my master told me that I have nothing left to learn except for learn myself. Learned all the techniques. Only way to improve is have life experience.
That only kind of gets you so far. I've had a lot of life
Yeah,
experience,
I
and
don't know
I'm
what the old
still
guy was
shit.
talking about. He was like 700 years old. I think he just wanted me to live my life ahead of me.
Must be weird living that long.
I don't know how he lived that long. I don't even know if he's still alive, to be honest. But very wise man. Took me in an instant. Didn't even care where I came from. And he just trained me up and then went, yep. He literally said, off you go, little duckling. I don't know why he called me a little duckling. I can understand the little, but duckling, I'm nothing. I don't even have feathers.
Yeah, no, if anything, I'd probably think you more like a wolf. Little wolf. You know, with the scraggy hair and the
Yeah.
long nails.
Yeah, well. I gotta have some form of defense.
Yeah.
I mean, should probably get this cut pretty soon. I mean, they're good when I need to pinch a nerve somewhere.
I imagine so.
But with the amount of armor we're up against and non-human looking things, it's been pretty hard.
It doesn't help that frontliners
What
tend to have enchanted stuff, armor and weaponry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wear that stuff. It's too heavy. Nope.
I mean, Sword's armor seems pretty light. She's not the strongest, but she can move pretty freely with it. Maybe you should talk to, what was his name? Tesla? I think that was his name. Commissioned some armor from him.
Oh yeah.
Something that's light
Yeah,
but durable.
That's the guy that made Kane's gun. That's what he said when I asked what it was. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I do. My brother loves them. He's got a whole collection at home. Not real guns, just fake ones.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, people in my world do
I've
have
seen
collections of real guns, but in our country that's not exactly legal.
Hey. Learning new things about other words that I'm probably not going to visit in my lifetime, but...
Well, I might never see that place ever again,
What
so...
did the court say? What'd Slash say? Slash said he was Canadian. Is that like a bell?
Yo, he's Canadian? You know what? I want to meet this guy.
Slash is.
Slash is Canadian, do you know the other ones? I need to give him some maple syrup, see what he does. Very tempted.
Maple syrup.
It's a type of food.
There's a syrup that's like a maple leaf? Like, I know what a maple tree is, but...
No, it's like maple sap.
Syrup? Oh. That makes more sense.
I've never tried it myself, but now I'm tempted.
Huh. Next time he's out, I have to ask him that. Every time he keeps asking about my dang height, keeps
What?
giving me shit about it.
Is he giving you shit about your height?
Oh, he just, keeps asking why I'm so short.
Because
sorry,
height,
genetics.
genetics, stuff like that. You know what? You might just look up in a book or something, like literally how height gets defined in a person and just read it. Just memorize it and just say it to him. Just be that petty.
If a chord brings him out. Oh my god. If a chord brings Slash out, I am so doing that. 'Cause there is a library here somewhere. I remember seeing one.
If there is, I want to see it. Because there's probably some interesting shit in there, considering this is the big wizard bitch place, so... God, just imagine you walk in there, all the books are fucking empty because it's just for show. That'd be so disappointing.
Oh. Please, no. Don't do that to me. This place is already barren as it is. Like, heck, I couldn't even find the trainers this morning. Did they sleep in too? Like...
Maybe there's a secret meeting somewhere that we're just not invited to for some reason. I mean, I understand why I'm not.
Just for a meeting.
I don't understand why I wouldn't be invited, but you, maybe it was just unlucky.
Heck, I was late to the meaning of what is going on and why we were brought here.
Really? You... I thought we were just brought here to escape the nightmare thing.
Also discussing the plan ahead on what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Why we're exactly here. I mean, I'm glad he brought us out of there, but oof. Those range attacks.
Oh yeah. They hit a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. I almost broke my ankle trying to get over those freaking jutted rocks.
I got scratched up by them, but apart from that, I was okay. It was mostly just the plasma blast, which got me fucked.
I was lucky that I was on the other side of that, but I saw the devastation it caused.
I was on the edge. I can't even imagine what the fuck happened to the people in the middle.
I know Weld was in there, and Weld was pretty okay, but the guy is a freaking metal tank.
How did he not melt?
Apparently Weld is like 6, 7, 800, so he's pretty wise. So he might know a thing or two.
Maybe. Maybe he knows a thing about
I haven't
redirecting.
really talked to much of them.
Yeah, I mean, I met them earlier today, and the first thing that I instantly noticed was that they really like to use the words, fantasy Nazi. Or at least the Accord does. Haven't met the other ones yet.
Heard, like, he keeps mentioning anime, and he says I'm like Hinata, and I'm like, who the hell is Hinata?
I don't know who
I don't
Hinata
know
is.
Hinata.
But if he's talking about anime, it's probably like Bleach or something popular.
Jeez.
Ah, fuck, wait, no! I really don't understand how Sword can sit like this. I keep trying it, and I keep falling!
Takes
God
practice.
damn it, Sword! She wears heels! That makes it harder!
Try, like, standing on top of buildings, like, up there,
I tried.
wearing heels with running water.
I can't even fucking get up there. Never mind up there.
You haven't stretched enough. He's perching on buildings in heels. And when I used to wear dresses. Oh boy.
No! Let me up! Fuck! Now I'm in the water. Fuck. My shoes are ruined. Then again, I literally stepped in it earlier. I don't care.
Oh no.
You know, I'm just used to it at this point. I literally don't give two shits. I'm probably gonna get like Trench's foot. That's not gonna be fun.
Ew. I know what that is, and whoa. Ugh.
Duh. Well, actually, probably not. I've learned a trick. If I switch my appearance with Sword and then I switch back, I'm completely dry.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky.
Which is weird, because whenever if I'm bloody and I switch with her, I'm still bloody when I come back. So I don't know why it like, gets rid of the water, but not the blood. It's really weird.
Maybe it's bodily fluid? I don't know.
But, well, it's not always my blood, it's sometimes other people's. And besides, aren't we 70-80% water?
You have a point there. You have a very, very strong point there.
I
I don't know how magic works. I don't even use it.
wish I didn't. More fucking effort than it's worth.
Eh. I just use these fists and that's all I got.
No.
Well, and legs.
I'm just like, how do I... Yeah, I'm just like, wee.
It's more than what I can do.
It's really fun, sparkly.
Heck, I accidentally paralyzed a cord. I wonder how he feels about that.
Wow. So you know paralysis. Huh.
Like, apparently, Cord mentioned something about, like, he said Hinata, but then there was, like, Ty Lee. I don't know what kind of shows he's talking about. Shows. I don't know
Anime.
what shows are.
They're like...
But-
Do you know... You wouldn't know what a movie is. It's like a... Oh god, I'm sounding like Sword now. You know, like, stories... You know, stories
Yeah.
in books, novels, stuff like that? Well, imagine that, but instead of imagining it, you're physically watching it play out on, like, this screen, which is, like, on a phone. You know a phone, right? You know phones?
I know what phones are because of certain
Individuals.
people I've been hanging out with, but
Yeah, it's like, so just imagine that you were watching a book play out, like, on like this. Except it's not one...
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, except it's not one sitting. They tend to, like, be split up into, like, chunks. You know, like half-hour chunks. And then they just do multiple of them, and you watch them every week. It's pretty cool.
Interesting. Have to ask him about that. But basically, I can paralyze someone just by what nerve. I studied the entire body system and I know what nerves to pinch to paralyze a certain area. But I have to use my ki, my life energy, won't do it to you, to actually get it to work.
I got something kind of like that, except it's not with, it's not that, you know, finicky. It's just, it's just kind of like...
Oh, this thing. Why do I suddenly feel tired?
Stamina sword.
Ugh. Fair enough. That explains it.
Yep. When it's solid, it doesn't do shit. When it's like this, steals stamina of anything it touches that has stamina. Including me.
Huh.
You know, it's really great for penetrating armor because I can just go straight through the armor and then just solidify it. I won't do it to you because that would kill you.
Yeah, I'd rather not die right now.
Yeah. I would rather not kill someone in broad daylight.
Got a feeling Merlin would have something to say about that.
I'm pretty sure he would already know that I'm doing it. With all of his timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Merlin, if
stuff.
you're watching, can you please get some merchants in here?
Yo, bitch, if you're watching, don't cock block.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
Oh yeah? What did you hear?
I don't. All I heard was, like, we gotta go, and then I just hear an audible sigh, and I'm like, did someone get cock blocked? Sounded like it did. I have very good hearing.
An
so I can
audible
hear things
sigh?
from pretty far. All I heard was this. Okay, let's go.
Wow, I think I might have been too caught up in the moment because I did not hear that. That was not coming from me.
I just heard a
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was from anybody else, but it was far away.
Might have been Kane. I was busy watching Nightmare towards us.
Slowly start moving.
You know, he saw it. He saw it at first, and I was like, "Yeah, no, there's no way that's moving." It was. I didn't notice.
No way.
Yeah. He was like, "Is it moving?" And I was like, "Nah." No, he was moving. No, he was definitely
He was
moving.
moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was carrying a cord, and I was very not happy about that. I was picking the guy up, and I see this thing coming towards me. I'm like, okay, you gotta get moving. You gotta help me out. I'm only like 5 foot. You need to go.
Is that 5 foot with the heels or 5 foot without the heels?
With the heels,
Ah.
unfortunately.
Don't worry.
I never really wear anything else, so I just say I'm 5 foot.
Yeah, that's fair. I used to be like 5
Feel
foot.
less tiny. Just less tiny.
That's tiny. I don't know why I keep like standing up and sitting down. I really just I keep moving. I don't know why.
I mean, it's better to keep moving than just stay still somewhere.
True.
Staying still can sometimes get you killed. Like squirrels.
What? This is
I have to hunt my own. I have to hunt my own food too.
oh. Good luck with that, I guess.
They're pretty easy.
Yeah, I've never had to hunt
What do
food.
people call it? Deer in the headlights.
You know that phrase? You have cars in this world?
You,
Or in the other world, I guess, not this one.
You hear a lot of things when you've traveled for as long as I have.
Yeah, with all the summoned people in the world, that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like I met somebody who was summoned and he said that, and I'm like, huh, I'm gonna start using that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. 'Cause it's usually referring to a car, it's like a carriage, but not. It's like a more modern carriage that runs by itself, using fuel. And it just. Yeah, a lot of deer get run over in more modernized worlds. So. Deer in headlights, they tend to just freeze in the middle of the road and again. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness. Well, now I know where that phrase came from.
Yep, and now I bet you wish you didn't.
I've been through worse. I've seen worse.
No!
The darkness I've seen turn themselves inside out. Ugh.
What? Run that by me again? I must have misheard you, because there's no way that I heard what I just heard.
I used to work with someone who used magic that could manipulate bodies.
And they decided to just.
Yep. It's not a pretty sight.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if it was a pretty sight.
Yeah, actually, I would be too. Like, if there was, like, flowers or spike girls involved. No. No. I'm not a girly girl, so I don't really...
I mean, Mood, look at me.
I mean, they're pretty out in the wild. Like, I don't know how he's kept this place like this, but the guy's magic.
I mean,
But they die within. It's a short-lived thing.
from what I can tell, these kinds of worlds kind of upkeep themselves. You just implant a couple rules and then it does the rest, from what I can tell.
A lot of traveling, a lot of different lands. I don't really see meaning. But then again, I came from a pretty crappy place.
Yeah.
A lot of people asked, they were like, how did you not get a boyfriend yet? And I was like, what?
Oh boy. Very. Well, I mean, I can understand why they asked that.
I get that all the time.
Look,
Especially when I go to a tavern or something. They're like, how are you, like, still like that? I'm like, because, one, not interested in them asking.
yeah,
Two, got bigger fish to fry.
true. Yeah, that's fair. Women with priorities are the best kinds of women. Which is why I'm not one of them.
When you go through the amount of trauma that I have, including the massive headache I had during that battle, you kind of just don't think about it.
Makes sense.
You gotta just let it all go and just get what you need to get done. Hopefully. I hope that trainer does something well. Walking around for days and nobody's like... I don't even know.
Maybe they're just focusing on the
What?
rest up part because of how fucked everyone was after the fight. We'll probably see some training starting up within the next few days. Once everyone's
Most likely.
healed up.
Guess I'm just impatient. I want to get this over and done with. But we'll get it
Impatience.
done.
Yeah, well, you'll get it done. Eventually. Whether that's dying or changing shit is up to fate, I guess, except not really up to fate because Marlin has decided to pinpoint every little tiny detail of life and, knows how all of it's gonna run out anyway, so,
Must be an interesting power to have, but I'd rather not know. I go with the flow of things.
Actually,
Whatever happens, happens.
if... Okay. Odd question that's coming completely out of nowhere. If there was an entire portion of your life which you knew about at one point, but you don't anymore, and you've got this portion of your life completely, sorted out to an extent, roughly, you know who you are, who you think you do, and you're, relatively content. But you know that this portion of your life, which you don't remember, you think that might change you. Is it even worth opening up that whole section? Or is it better to just go with the flow and not know?
It's a bit of a... Like me, I would rather not know. But if I knew about it and knew it was gonna happen, I'd rather not know when. If that makes sense. Just depends on how things play out. Heck, even if you plan something out, something can go wrong.
Yeah.
Or it can go completely in a different direction.
Yeah, you can plan out, the whole entirety of your life, and then one tiny thing can just throw you off course. Like, you know, getting summoned to a whole different reality.
That's where I feel bad for you guys, because you guys got pulled out of something you knew.
Yeah,
This.
yeah, pretty much. I remember I was like chilling with some of my friends one second, and I was talking to them, and they were trying to, you know, they were trying to comfort me because I was having a shit time at school. And then all of a sudden, it's just poof! Hello, Marlon! Who the fuck are you?
Who is this guy with really long hair?
Who is this tiny blonde-haired woman with a wand? What are these tiny floating orb thingies? What the fuck? Why are they touching me?
And then, like, I think I remember, Cord told me he was like 20, 21? And Slash was telling me he was just a kid when he came here. Like a skinny kid. Just a regular teenager that you wouldn't even expect.
I think I could resonate with that. I was literally a normal
Okay,
kid.
my teenage years were lost, but...
Oh god. In my world, I literally just went to school, came home, hung out with some friends, drew, you know, made a bunch of shit stories and stuff like that, and then went back to school again the next day. Like, no fighting, no drama, no life-threatening scenarios, besides trying to cross the road without a fucking crossing. So, you know, getting thrown into here and then being like, hey, here's a stamina sword. Fight some dark entities. Don't die. Cool. Anyway, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, not even training or anything.
No, it's like, apparently Slash and... I remember Slash saying Slash and Weld had to train a Cord. Because they were alive. Something like that. I know Slash was alive when a Cord came. If I remember correctly. 'Cause Slash just basically had to train the guy. And I'm like, well, you did well. He goes, yeah, he used to be shorter. I'm like, what? How does that work?
Yo, you train up and you get
okay.
you gain height by training? Damn, train me up. Train me up, I wanna be
What training
big.
are you having? Because I need it.
Train me up, I wanna be big.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oof. There goes my stomach.
Put
Why
it
is there,
back.
like, no food here?
Probably because there's like... Actually, no, I think you can get some food in there. That's why Sword and Echo went.
I might do that. Haven't even eaten yet. I just woke up and started wandering. I gotta get my key back somehow.
I keep hearing key and I think of like the object. I have to get it in my brain that that's
Oh,
not
it's
what that means.
CHI.
Mm.
Key. Or
Chi.
chi. Some people call it chi.
Oh, wait, isn't that like a kung fu thing?
A lot of people think it kind of. Depending on how you use it.
Ah. I'm summoning my chi. What?
If someone's... if someone summoned chi that way, I'd be a little concerned.
I don't know why I'm so, like, not steady on my feet. Sword has heels and she's more steady than me. I don't get it.
It's the fast travel we took to get here. Okay. I'm gonna. I'll leave you to your balance. I'm gonna get something to eat.
I'm gonna sit here and be a depresso espresso because I can't stand.
I will see you around, yeah?
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
You have fun with that.
No, don't do too much depresso.
I'm gonna be so espresso you won't even recognize me.
I'm sorry, can't stand you anymore. I'm trying, didn't wanna fight this war, but this army and my family, all these people are my friends. From the monsters to the bandits, oh dear God, it never ends. And I'm so tired of this place, so I've gotta get away. The way it used to be is so far gone, and I'm so sick of your opinions, like a gun against my head. I'm dreaming of a place where I belong. I'm dreaming of a place where I belong. Just shut up, have a little mercy. Look at us now, we're all dying slowly. Come on, begging you, please just let me go. Shut up, show a little mercy. Look at you now, destroying a family. Shut up, demand that you just let it go.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed. Rory's coming in, so I might ask him if we can do the Luca and sword scene, because I did want to do the one with him back on the day when I did the scene. Back when I did a scene with a chord, but then it didn't happen. So I'm gonna see if I can do it with him today. Let's see. So if there's another stream today, don't worry about it. It's just Solid and Luca. If not, stay sharp, slice your problems, and I'll see you in the next stream from the Silent Swordswoman. Bye bye.